very clear. So before they start the interview, they will ask you, "Can you hear us?" And then you will confirm, "Yes, sir, I can hear you." And you also say that, "Sir, are you able to hear me?" Just confirm it with them. Okay. And the face should be ideally in the center.
Is it fine?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Uh, you will be giving interview in the same background.
Yeah, I'll just close the door.
Yeah, the door one is, it should be closed. Secondly, if possible, there is a light which is putting shade on the almirah, overhead light. So you can put a table lamp in front of you on behind the desktop or the laptop. That should put light on your face, but it will not glow in the uh, f- uh, you know uh, section, the cupboard behind you. Okay, let us start. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. So my name is Yashila Gupta. I am currently living in Bangalore. I have completed my 12th grade from Delhi Public School, Bangalore East in the commerce stream. I scored 97.6% in my 12th boards. I have completed my 10th grade from St. Peter's School in the science stream. I scored 96.4% in my 10th boards. Apart from my keen interest in studies, I also like to participate in various extracurricular activities. Last year, I participated in the international debate competition and won the third position. I am also an intermediate level guitar player and have been an instructor for various beginners. I also had the honor of becoming the Godavari House captain in DPS East for the year 22-23 and served my school.
Very good. You have a good introduction. So, what was the format of that competition where you won the third prize?
Yes, sir. So basically, there were teams participating from every school all over the world.
Your
So in
voice
every
is
team,
on weak.
can you hear me now?
And now it's okay.
Yes, sir. So there were teams participating from every school all over the world. So from our school, there was one team sent, which consisted of another member and I. So there were going to be 4 rounds held. In every round, there were 4 rounds respectively, and after every round, there used to be a selection. So in the beginning, there were 50 teams. Our team qualified till the end, and then we scored the third position.
Okay, just wait. And it was you were given a topic and you had to speak extempore on it, or you had to make a presentation on it.
So we were to speak an extempo. They gave us a topic half an hour before whenever our round was, and then we had to prepare for it, and then afterwards we had to compete with the other teams.
Okay. So, what do you know about law of diminishing returns?
Law of diminishing returns. Is it? Do you mean by the law of diminishing marginal utility?
Yeah, similar to that.
Okay, so what I've learned in 11th grade in law of DMU is that as more and as you consume more of a good, the marginal utility or the satisfaction you get from that good starts to decline.
Basic concept is the output of a particular thing increases proportionately to the input increase till a certain level. And after that, if you keep on increasing the input even further, the output does not increase in that proportion. And sometimes it starts decreasing with relation to the increase. So that is the main concept. It is basically used in consumer marketing. If you do overdo it beyond a point, then it starts boomerang back. The consumers start switching off your advertisement, or if you over push direct consumers, so then it starts giving a negative effect. So that's broadly the concept. Okay, what are the I'm not very expert in accounting, but you should read about the golden rules of accounting. And you might have studied business studies.
Yes.
What are the different leadership styles that exist in companies or corporate?
So there are majorly three types of leadership. The first is the autocratic or the authoritarian leader, who is a very dogmatic person. He does not wishes to be contradicted. So whatever he says is the final thing, and everyone has to is another leadership style, which is democratic, in which he likes to take the opinions of the team members as well. And the third leadership style is a free rein leader, in which the leader is actually not a leader. He does not do anything. It's the members who do everything. He's just there to support them and provide them with the required information.
In what kind of setups you need autocratic leadership?
So, for example, in case of a factory where you have to meet the production needs on time, in that case, you can have an autocratic leadership where the boss commands their employees or their subordinates and make sure that the work is met on time.
Any other example than this?
No, sir, I don't think.
What do you think about army?
What do you think about?
Army, defense forces.
Yes, sir. I think there also we can have this autocratic leadership, because in that case, because as it's a very strict environment, the commander needs to have a control over his subordinates so that they perform the work efficiently and on time.
Okay, what is kindly describe Maslow's theory?
Yes, sir. So Abraham Maslow had basically given, he had actually told 5 needs, and based on these needs, the human's behavior is influenced. So the first is the basic physiological needs, which is like hunger, sleep, thirst. The next need is the security needs or the safety needs. For example, the income level or the income. The third is the self-esteem needs. Sorry, the third is the belonging needs. That is, he should, for example, the relationship or friends, he should feel that he is a part of a company and he's important to the company. The next is the self-esteem needs, that is like the status or the respect he gets. And the last is the self-actualization needs, that is him achieving his full potential.
Okay, where do you see yourself 5-6 years down the line?
Yes, sir. So in the next 3 years, I look forward to graduating from a reputed institute like Christ University in BCom. I am still deliberating whether I would want to do chartered accountancy or whether I want to do a post graduation, but I'm very sure that it would be related to finance because I really like finance. So I can see myself as a hardworking and a diligent woman in the field of finance.
Okay, your interview is for BBA or BCom?
It's for BCom.
BCom. Okay, BCom which one? Normal BCom or BCom some specialization, finance and investment?
Actually, I've applied for 4 courses. So it's honors with research, finance and investment, finance and accountancy. It's all basically they have finance.
As per you, what do the finance guys do in corporate? You have any idea? You are inclined toward finance field. So what do the finance guys do? What kind of roles?
I believe they consult the company on the financial matters. For example, the chartered accountants. They also do the audit in the companies, and they take care of the finances. And from where should we get the finances? How is the financial performance of the company? All of that.
Okay, so you said you will figure out whether you want to go for a CA or job, and you did not say anything about MBA in finance. Okay,
I said that. I said
you
about
said
the
that.
graduation.
So why don't you go for CA right now after +2 CPT? Why waste 3 years here in Christ in the BCom?
Sir, what I meant was that I'm still there. So I've applied for CA Foundation. I have my CA Foundation exams in November. But because this is a very big thing, and I'm not really sure at the point, but in about a month or two, I would decide that whether I want to do CA, that I'm very sure about it, because I don't want to leave CA in midway. Then, and also whether I want to do a post graduation. I could either do both of them, that after doing CA, I could also do post graduation, or if I'm really sure about CA, then I would continue with CA.
What other options you are exploring other than Christ?
Other than Christ, I've applied in Jain University. I've also applied in Symbiosis, and I'm also going to give the CUET exam in the May.
Okay, suppose you are selected in Symbiosis and Christ both. Where will you join?
My first preference is Christ University.
Why?
So because Christ University has a rich legacy going back to 1969 when it was established. It has an excellent academic reputation. The faculty members are also experienced practitioners in their respective fields. It also offers an array of courses which are designed to develop the students with the knowledge and skills they require to excel in their chosen
Most
profession.
of these things Symbiosis also has. And I think when you will be giving interview of Symbiosis, you will tell, I'll join Symbiosis because you are having this.
Uh, I think because again, see, if I say Christ University actually is a very excellent academic reputation. If we count also in the top 10 colleges, Christ does come, but Symbiosis does not. The teaching in Christ University, what I've heard from my seniors, is also the best. And because I want to go for knowledge, I want to learn things and not just mug them up, I will choose Christ University. Also, I know a lot of alumni from Christ University, like Mr. Alok Agarwal, Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, Miss Madonna Sebastian, who've all pursued BCom in Christ University and are now at great positions today.
Why you should be selected? Why not somebody else?
Okay, sir. So I'm a very optimistic person who loves to do different things. I do not like to restrict myself. And I'm a person who always puts in the best effort, regardless of whatever be the results, because I'm a believer of giving in my best effort. And if I do put in my best efforts, I know that I will get the best result. I have participated in various activities, whether it may be debate, quizzes, whether it may be a dance competition, a guitar competition, and I've also participated in social service activities. Like last year, I participated in the Gobachi program. I am a believer in giving back to the society, and I'm here to make a positive impact in this world. And I feel that if I do get selected in Christ University, I would be a very great asset for Christ, and my knowledge would only appreciate and never depreciate.
What has recently happened in Karnataka elections and why?
Yes, sir. So the Karnataka elections have ended and Congress has won. Today, I think the assembly has to happen, and it has happened. And there are, I think, three prospective chief ministers. And I'd also seen a lot of rallies going around my house for BJP and Congress, but still Congress won. I was a person who has not participated in the election. I'm still not 18, but I think Congress is doing really great. It's it has also said that it has actually told about 5 things which it would meet in Karnataka. And I think people are believing in Congress, and I feel, yeah, we do need a change, right? I mean, it's not always BJP, which is correct. I do not really have a political view as such, but I feel people are voicing out their opinions, and Congress has become the winner. So I look forward for Congress to actually do something great in Karnataka.
So what are the 5 things Congress promised in Karnataka?
I've not really looked into that
Yeah,
detail.
because you have very specifically said 5 things, so it is the panel will definitely
I was
ask you what are the 5 things.
I was just going through the article, so I just looked at it. Rahul Gandhi has said that 5 things he would, surely ensure
So if
happens.
so, if we don't know the 5, we should not tell the exact number. We should generally say the Congress made a lot of good promises, and BJP unfortunately was not able to meet the expectations of the people. So there was anti-income. General, if you don't know specific, you can, and it is a issue which is political kind of a thing. Their global gyan can work. So you can use common sense and say that okay, BJP was in the power, so it seems that they were not able to meet the expectations of the people, and the demographic change is also there. More voters are becoming young, and BJP was not able to address their issues. There was water logging in Bangalore, potholes on the roads, and on one side, center is promising, metro, and then Vande Bharat trains, a lot of good highways and all. On the other side, within the city, for last 4.5 years, the things were not that very shiny. So एक macro level, आप तो देखते ही हो when you move on the streets. These are the issues. I am sitting in Punjab. I know these are the issues in Bangalore. People are not happy. Especially for 3-4 days, the whole city was totally waterlogged, and there was no proper planning, no proper contingency laid down in 4.5 years. So, and then there were allegations of 40% corruption also. So here the election was for the local and regional issues. And I think Mr. Modi's style for last some years has been, okay, he leaves it to the chief minister for almost 5 years to run a state. Then in the fifth year, he comes and he says, because of me, you vote for BJP. It may happen in the central elections, but it does not happen in the state elections. So this model is not going to work. So though BJP retained its earlier 38% vote share of the last election to this election, but the seat, there is a big change in the number of seats because JDS has reduced its share of the votes and the number of seats, and they have, because of that shift in the votes towards Congress, they have come to the power in a big way. Macro level picture. Okay, so I'll go to the feedback now. So introduction was very good. Law of diminishing returns, decent. Golden rules of accounting you study, and you have, I think, received the list of 427 questions related to commerce. So
Yes, sir.
statistics is important,
Okay.
and just go through them. I think 200 questions of that are relevant to you.
Yes, sir.
There are questions like RRR, internal rate of return, NPV, then discounted cash flow, etc. Those you have not yet studied, so you can skip them.
Okay.
But the other 427, 200 plus questions, they belong to, your own commerce field, economics, different types of scenarios, economic scenarios, etc. Then monopolistic scenario, what are these? Very interesting and good questions are there. So if you cover those 200 odd questions, your branch related questions will be thoroughly done. Tomorrow I'll try to share, BA economics related questions also, which are asked from by IMs in the past, and BBA related questions also. They will be basically, the BBA related questions will be similar to the business studies, marketing, and fields like HR related, etc., etc. Different types of leadership styles, decent answer. Maslow's theory was decent. 5 to 6 year down the line, I'll advise we should have some goal clarity rather than giving them an ambiguous position that I may decide for CA or I may go for MBA or I may go for job. So you narrow it down to two. I think you can narrow it down to, for the interview sake, you narrow it down to job in corporate for 1 or 2 years, and then I may like to do MBA in finance. Because ideally, for a good student who has got 97.6 in +2, if I am interviewing, I'll recommend you go for CPT, go for CA. Why you will be wasting 3 years in a full-time BCom program? You do CPT, then level 1, level 2, then do the articleships, do the CA. And BCom you can do correspondence if you want to do. So this path they will try to push you towards. So rather than that, because that is the most ideal one for a student who is clear in his or her mind that I want to go for CA after +2 with this kind of marks, 97.6. Either he or she should go for CPT, directly CA or ICW or CS, and then do articleship and save her time. And do, if he or she wants, he or she can do correspondence graduation. So I'll advise stick to I'll like to work for corporates for 1 or 2 years, and then I have seen the one of the best. यहाँ पे you try to bring in 1 or 2 names of the companies who are coming there for recruitment. Like Deloitte is there, if JP Morgan Chase is there, Wipro is there. So you mentioned 6 to 7 years down the line, sir. I think I would have completed my graduation from Christ. Then I would have worked with some of the top-notch companies which come to Christ for interview for recruitment, like Deloitte or KP, this Moody's associate, or KP, this JP Morgan Chase, etc. Whichever 2-3 names you should mention. And then after that, I see myself having started an MBA program from a top 10 MBA college of India. Then what do finance guys do? There is a channel we have, IMS. If you search in the Google, it is IMS Future You. So you will find videos over there. IMS Future You. I'll send you the recording also of this session tomorrow. So in this IMS Future You channel, you will find interviews of our own past students of IMS who have done. I'm Bangalore, I'm Ahmedabad, FMS, etc., who are working with top financial research companies. Somebody is into equity research, somebody is into corporate finance, somebody is into merger and acquisitions, somebody is into this corporate banking. Corporate banking I already covered. So brokerage, there's a term used where capital banking. So they arrange funds and they try to broker a deal between seller and buyer. That also comes under there's a term, I'm skipping my mind. One is financial analyst. Financial analyst also, one or two interviews would be there. Then investment banker, this is the right terminology. Investor bankers are the ones who do all this due diligence, for a they if they are the ones who have to break a deal between seller and buyer. 10,000 crore merger and acquisition is there. So to the seller, they will present, okay, this should be your valuation, these are your best bet, uh, money at which you can liquidate your plant or your company, and why this. And then on the buyer side, he will project, the investment banker will project what is the profitability for 5 years projected, what is the NPV, what is ROI, then budgeting, costing, sensitivity analysis, price sensitivity, fluctuation in little bit on price, how much it will affect the EBITDA or profitability, a small fluctuation in some of the important input material costs. If it goes up by this much percent, what will be the change? Manpower availability, macroeconomics. If the company has some trade agreement, then also the liability side, the risk side, legal liabilities, blah blah blah. So all that they will present to the buyer. Okay, this is how the business looks profitable, and this is why you should invest in it. This is the valuation. You should go for it. So these kind of things you can see some of the videos before your interview, one or two on the finance field. They will be very handy for you. Then CA point we have already covered. What other options you have? Symbiosis is okay. What is the GD? GD is going ka?
Jain University.
Jan University.
Jain.
Okay. Okay. Is it anywhere near, considered near Christ or no? I don't think.
It's not.
So you don't mention it. You mention Symbiosis. And you also mention CUET. That's okay. Both are okay. I'll also be trying for Shri Ram or the top colleges of DU through CUET. Don't mention Jan if it is not in the league of Christ. Then okay, if they tell you between Christ and Symbiosis, I think your answer was decent. You also mentioned some alumni's name. Very good. Why you should be selected was also very good. Only thing, if they say why we should select you, not someone else, then the reply needs to be, sir, I am not having access to what my competition is. So I think others maybe also, there may be many good people than me, but on my side I can share these things. So that shows maturity, that shows openness, that some other people also can be good than you. So that is good. Who is your role model?
My role model is my sister, Dr. Gupta. I think you already know.
What is she doing right now, and why she has become a role model for you?
Yes, sir. So she is a pre-sales consultant at Brilio company. She has always been hardworking and been optimistic throughout her life. So ever since I was young, I never really thought about what difficulty she could have gone through. But today, when I am at her age, when she was 18, I can see that when I see that how many difficulties I have gone through, it would have been much more difficult for her. So seeing that how she was always optimistic, always cheerful, always hardworking has always inspired me. And what I've learned from her is that tough times never last, but tough people always do. Sir, I cannot hear you. Sir, your voice is not audible. No, sir. It's very.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay.
I, sir, I think your voice is actually echoing and it's quite robotic.
Can you hear me now?
Sir, I can hear you, but it's echoing. I don't know if it's only for me.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Sir, it's still echoing. Should I join again? I can't hear you at all now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay. So, between hard work and smart work, what is your take? Which is better?
I think neither of them is better. I feel you should do the hard work because if you don't, if you're just always thinking upon doing the smart work, that does not mean that taking the shortcuts. You should do the hard work because your efforts matter a lot, but you should also see that you're not doing more than what is required. So I think you should take both of them hand in hand, that you're putting in your best efforts, but also it's not taking longer than what you had expected.
It is the right answer. We should have a balance of both. Even if we work smart, we have to work hard.
Yes.
It both go hand in hand. Okay. So let us try for a 1 minute extempore. I'll give you a topic. Peace with Pakistan.
Sir, can I start?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so peace with Pakistan. We all know that we have had many wars with Pakistan. Pakistan has started wars sometimes. India has also started. We have also given back to their wars. But I think it's high time now that we do make up with Pakistan. There are various reasons for this. The first could be the social reason. We know there are so many social discriminations. Like, for example, in India itself, a lot of people discriminate against the Muslims because we think these Muslims belong to Pakistan, so they are also terrorists. But that is not correct. Only a few people in Pakistan, like the government, who have started the wars, are not the right people. But that does not mean that you cannot just straight away outcast the Muslims. Similarly, for the Muslim people in Pakistan, so these social discriminations have to be eradicated. Secondly, the economy. Like in today's world, we know India is the fastest growing economy in the world, but it's not, an economy cannot just grow with itself. It needs to depend upon its, the border countries. And Pakistan, we share the largest border with Bangladesh, but also with Pakistan at one end. So we need to have good economic relations with Pakistan, and then only we'll be able to survive in the long run. And even Pakistan, as we know now, today, Pakistan also has, a lot of problems going on. So they also need India, because Pakistan and India were together. They were one from the starting. So it would be for the best if we are one now as well. Also, both Pakistan and India have nuclear power. So if once again, a war starts, it would not be the best for both the countries, not for the people, not for the environment. And today, when India, for the government budget 23-24, they have adapted this green growth, where we are going for sustainable development, and we are not having good relations with Pakistan, and we go for a war, which probably would happen, because I think either Pakistan would start or India would start, then it is not good for the environment at all, and it's not good for the people as well. And also, if we see in the technological environment, Pakistan and India has made very major inventions in the technology field as well. So if we are at good economic relations,
Can you name few inventions of Pakistan in the field of technology? Both have made very good technological advancements.
I'm not very well versed.
So say what you know.
Okay.
Like you very confidently said 5 things in Karnataka election said by Congress. So they will definitely, because there are not too many to share from Pakistan side. So as soon as you say technology, immediately the eyebrows will go up. They will immediately jump into it. So say we you can speak less, but speak what is known to you strongly. Just don't make up points. He also said India initiated wars, so there also they can stop you and tell, okay, tell where in which war was initiated by India. So 65 also, earlier in 47, 48 they entered Srinagar through militants, Kabilis, Pakistan Rangers, Pakistan Army officers dressed as and mixed with the Kabilis to take over Srinagar. And then Raja Hari Singh took help of India to safeguard its own territory, and then he signed accession agreement with India. And then in 65 again, it was started by them. Then 47, 65, and one more, 71 again, they tried to aggress. And then Bangladesh, India took offensive at two places. So on records from Indian side, the aggression was from Pakistan side in all the 2 wars. Even in Kargil, they were the ones who entered our territory. They sat on the higher ranges where the ceasefire kind of situation was there for winter season. It was decided neither we will patrol nor you will patrol. But they came in with huge artillery, guns, ammunition, food, everything. They took over a lot of heights on our side of LOC, and they said these are ours. And then it was also a kind of aggression by them only during Kargil. So especially on these such kind of controversial kind of things, and where nationalism is involved, be little more careful. Okay, आपका face check करना अभी भी it is not in the middle. When you go back, it is okay. थोड़ा सा कैमरे को ऊपर की तरफ कर देना. If it is a laptop, you can turn it like this. Yeah, slightly. This is done. So ideally, they will not ask, why are you going for IIM Indore or any of the IPM programs? Suppose they ask, what will be your answer?
For I,
IPM programs, 5-year integrated programs of IIMs.
I did not quite get you. I am programs.
IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, Indore, Ranchi, Jammu, both Gaya, they have integrated program, 5-year integrated, 3 years graduation. After that, you can come out or you can continue and do MBA from them. Are you not aware about them?
I'm actually not aware about the integrated.
So just read a bit. Ideally, they will not ask. Deadlines are gone. You're not applied with them. So you if it comes up, you say at this point my focus is graduation, sir, and then work ex, and then I'd like to go for an MBA, most likely from the top 10 in the country. And Indore is also one of them. And there are 9 above Indore, 8 colleges which are above Indore. So I'll also aim for them. Everything looks good to me. The critical feedbacks I have already shared. Extempore was very good. The best part was you started from the origin, wars, nuclear weapons, etc. That was the best part. Origin of the topic, then socially, technically, etc., etc., legally, and all good. Solutions you did not bring to the table. This you try to inculcate in your micro presentation. If you start with the origin, have some meaty points on any of the technical areas, etc., or political, cultural, social, systems, psychological, etc. That forms a bit of the meat. In the end, you have to end it with some solutions. How to do it? Like in this case, India should. In the biggest issue between India and Pakistan today is terrorism. India is trying to push Pakistan to stop infiltration, to stop giving training to terrorists. It's okay, it's right at its point, but unfortunately, it is not yielding results. So maybe India needs to go for maybe 1 lakh crore investment in the technologies side, have satellites where thermal imaging is very strong. Nobody can dare to move, even if it is a forest, dense forest area. The army sitting in its control room should be able to see if there are men moving in that area, if there are people coming from sea route. So technology should be given to the army so that this area is taken care. And then we can have a meaningful futuristic dialogue. Okay. Anything you want to ask? Acha, they can ask you anything you want to ask. So some students are making a mistake just asking a question just for the sake of asking. It's not good. Should not do it. You say, sir, most of the things are clear from your website. Few questions asked by the students, they replied, okay, go to our portal, everything is there. So no need to ask, just to show smartness. Okay. So all the best. Now in 1 minute, the meeting is going to end. So best wishes, all the best. It is going to happen for sure. Okay, God bless. Take care. Best wishes, bache. Take care.
Thank you.